Hey, what's going on everyone? I am the OPJellicent and we're back here on Pokemon Showdown. Got a team right here with a Mega Glalie on it. It's been like half a year since I've used this Pokemon, so I figured I would go ahead and bring it back right here. Super strong with the base 120 attack paired with Refrigerate. Turns all your normal type attacks into Ice Stab, which is very cool. We got Return right here just to take advantage of that. Earthquake to go ahead and pressure Magearna. Heatran. Spikes for hazards because the only other hazard option this team has is a Rocks on Heatran. And I do like hazard stacking, so that's very good. And then Ice Shard is my last move right here to pick off Torn, Lotties, and whatnot. Things that you won't be able to outspeed. There's other options. You can go ahead and run Explosion if you really want to go ahead and do that. Another option is Double Edge over Return if you really want the power, but between Hazard Chip and all that, I really don't want to get chipped down by Recoil as well, so I think that Return should be able to do the job. Pairing it with the Specs Koko because it actually really loves the Volt Switch momentum right here. Pokemon like Tangrowth like to switch in, Ferrothorn, and Mega Glalie really loves taking advantage of those, so yeah, you can go ahead and Volt Switch out on those into Glalie. Got Dazzling Gleam, HPS, and Thunderbolt. So it's actually been a while since I've used Specs Koko. I've been using the Z moveset a lot, so I figured this could be a cool alternative right here. And it also makes it so the team doesn't automatically get 6-0'd by Kartana. Sorry, Hawlucha. Kartana's the next Pokemon I have right here, which is a Choice Scarf set. Just 4 attacks right here, nice late game cleaner. Heatran, which is a bulky lefty set right here, basically designed to take on fairy type attacks. Kartana does not take a Moonblast or a Psychic from Lele, so Heatran is very important for that. Bulu right here is my water resist for the team. Kartana, once again, not a switch into either of those, so Bulu can go ahead and help out. And then finally a Flynium Z Torn, because I'm not running Z Koko, so I figured I would go ahead and make Torn the Z mob right here, and we can go ahead and run Defog on this for our hazard control for Glalie. And yeah, that's going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. And let's go ahead and get right into today's games. Alright, I got a game right here, and my opponent is very weak to my Mega Glalie as well as my Specs Koko's Dazzling Gleam right here. Looks very nice. I do want to get up my rocks early if possible because of the whole possibility of Salamence being a threat right here. I'm really anticipating Aerodactyl lead from their part. I think it's Mega Latias too, so I'm not too worried about Mega Aerodactyl. I really like Glalie lead right here as an offensive start. I don't know if I live a Stone Edge though, and that's really tough. The other option would be leading Cart right away and clicking Smart Strike. The other option would also be leading Heatran, but I think maybe my Cart Smart Strike here leads my best bet because I do want to be able to check Aerodactyl. I can clearly see this is some sort of lead set right here, so I'll just go for a Scarf Smart Strike and reveal my set turn 1, as they'll probably go for Rocks here. I wanted to lead Mega Glalie, but if they're Stone Edge and I don't take that, that would be a pretty bad turn 1 right here. In theory, I could have double Ice Sharded just to knock them out too and prevent the Rocks altogether. But I can always defog with my Torn on Pokemon like Keldeo, maybe Garchomp, so I Smart Strike here, bring that down to Focus Sash. Stealth Rocks are their play, okay. So I'm just going to Smart Strike again right here. Yeah, they're going to go Keldeo, which is their resist, so smart to keep that alive is Death Fodder, but damage on Keldeo is really good for Glalie because this is their only Ice resist on their team. They could have HP Poison. I don't really value Bulu for much else here, so I'm just going to go out into it as they go in here into their Aerodactyl. Really good double switch. I definitely could have anticipated that, but this has no way to OHKO me right here, so I'm just going to Horn Leech and probably take my kill is what I'm imagining is going to happen here. The other option is going Heatran because I do want my Rocks up, as I said, and due to grassy terrain, I'll be able to take on this Aerodactyl and do that. Now the problem is this is going to have Taunt though, so maybe that's not my best option because I will have to hit a Magma Storm, so I'll just Horn Leech here. I think that's maybe a better bet. And then after the Salamence comes out, I don't know what I'm going to do against Salamence, that's tough. I do have Ice Shard in the back, so that's really helpful here, but I'll have to sack a Pokemon to get that to work. So depending on how much speed they're running on their Lottie right here, my Glalie can outspeed that too. Like I said, I really like Specs Dazzle here, but I need this Aerodactyl gone because this could be a speed tie that I don't want to risk right here. So if they're switching out, their safest switch-ins are either the Necrozma, depending on what set it is, or the Lottie here. Now, I could be Mega Horn for all they know, so I guess in theory the Lottie is not that safe anyway. I wouldn't imagine they go hard Mence because I could very easily click a Rock-type move here too. They're really thinking about this one. I wouldn't imagine they keep Aerodactyl right here. If I were them, I would just go ahead and Taunt here, maybe Stone Edge. They go for Toxic, so good Toxic right there. They go ahead and put me on a timer as Mence immediately comes out. So against Mence, I do need to go, I think, Kartana here. Because Glalie is not going to OHKO with Ice Shard, I don't think. I'll Calc it, but I don't think it does. Glalie against Salamence. Maybe I'm underestimating Glalie right here, but I don't think it OHKOs. Okay, so it'll OHKO if I knock this out here with Horn Leech, which could be cool. Or at least chip this down. It could be Yachi Berry for all I know, and that would be scary too. I think I'm just going to Horn Leech here if they go for the Fly Z. That's not the end of the world. Like I said, I didn't really need this, and this allows me to get out my Koko now, and I'm just clicking Dazzle here. I don't know how much Necrozma actually takes from this, but it's my play here, so let's go ahead and do that. Because, like, if Necrozma comes out, then what? It could be an Autotomy set. I can probably outspeed it with Scarf Kartana anyway. Man, Necrozma's actually a threat here. How fast? It's base 78. I think Scarf Kartana right here will outspeed, so they give me that Pokemon. Beautiful. That's definitely a very big threat gone. I'm worried about Necrozma. That's the main thing here. And Necrozma comes out now. I think I have to attack it just for card damage. That does a lot of damage, and they need an Earth Power right here to knock me out. So they have Earthquake, it doesn't knock me out, and I can go ahead and get rid of this Necrozma. So that is a really big threat gone right here. I think it's in my best interest to keep Koko and maybe go... Doesn't Kartana win? So assuming there's Scarf, and they go for Hydro Pump, I would have to go Torn after, I think. Either that or Cart. I think I have to go Cart after this and click maybe Leaf Blade or Knockoff. This have to go for Scald, meaning I can actually defog if I want. Is that what I want to do here? Defog? I think maybe Kartana is my play here. Kartana on either Leaf Blade or Knockoff. I could make the prediction, the Lottie prediction, but I don't think that's smart. I'm just going to go Torn here knowing it can take a Scarf Scald. And I think I just go for maybe my defog here. Would defog help me at all? That's what I'm wondering. I think maybe just the Z here is safer. Yeah, Z is I think my play here. They just have to go hard Guard Chomp, which is actually totally cool. I hope it lives actually, so I gotta defog off here. It does live, beautiful. Oh, it's a Salic Berry set? Really cool. I'll go here for the defog. They do have Stone Edge, that'll be able to knock me out, of course. So I either go Glalie and Ice Shard or I go Kartana. I think Kartana is smarter. I think Kartana Knockoff actually is my best play. No, actually, I think Leaf Blade is better here. Because this forces out the Lottie after, yeah. And I think against Lottie, I just go Heatran here, as it goes ahead and Reflect types me, which is actually really scary, I'm not gonna lie. Just due to its ability alone. I can Magma Storm here, though, and then proceed to taunt the next turn to prevent it from recovering up. Yeah, because they're gonna make a mistake here and actually not decide to roost that turn. So if I can hit some attacks right here, which it seems like I will be able to do. Did I miss? No, but it's still taunted, meaning I can actually knock it out here with the next one. And then I will be able to check this Keldeo with my cart without a problem because I am Choice Scarf. It's a really scary matchup, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Scarf Keldeo actually had me here for a second, but yeah, I got careless with my Bulu too. I should have recognized that as my Water Resist, but it's okay. They'll knock me out here. I'll go card Leaf Blade, and that's going to be GG. So we pick up a win right here, which is very cool. That Necrozma, I'm not gonna lie, was really scary. Had they gotten that kill with the Earthquake, I might have lost, depending on how much speed they had. I think Kartana would have outspeeded, though. I don't know, but I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got another game right here. In the game that I just played, I tried to check an SD Mega Scizor with my Heatran. They dodged Magma Storm, I died to Superpower, and then I get 6-0'd by SD Mega Scizor. There was like a 7-minute build up to that too, so I figured it wasn't really worth the time. Ideally, I can go ahead and win this game, though. I'm going to lead off here with my... They would lead Deontay, so I'm going to lead Kartana here on Deontay. Yeah, so this isn't terrible. Allows me to just go ahead and... I mean, I really can't Smart Strike here just due to them having a Magnezone. So I'm going to go hard Koko on the Protect. They should Protect again. And I'm just going to Thunderbolt here. They decide to go Tangrowth. Good pivot, but I think that is Assault Vest despite how much I just did right there. So I can make a play into Torn, or I can go Heatran. I think the Torn play is not bad. I'm really expecting a double to Deontay though. Like, it's really obvious here. I'm gonna double Thunderbolt. They stay in, okay. But they go for a knockoff. Honestly, my specs being gone is probably better for me. I'll go for... actually, I'll just Volt out here. I don't want to take an Earthquake or anything. I'm gonna regret not HP Icing, I already know, but... Ideally, they don't go hard out into that. Yeah, they're gonna Earthquake here, I think. So I'll go Torn. They actually double knockoff? Okay. So I get in safely right here. This gives me a... I think a U-turn. As they go Feeny. Okay, interesting Feeny. Gives me damage for my... Actually, they're about to recover whatever damage I just did. I'll get in Koko again here. And then... I'm thinking I just Volt Switch out. They should know I have HP Ice, but they just have to go Gliscor anyway. I'm really surprised because they should know my set just due to the fact that... I'll get in Torn here. They should have known my set because, like, I'm a choice spec set, right? They all learn HP Ice, but that's okay. I guess in this scenario, I can just go ahead and... Do I just Z now? I'm just gonna Z now. Yeah, because they just have to stay in. I don't know what my opponent's trying to do here. Magnezone comes in next. So I have two options. I can either knock it off, or I can try to pivot into Heatran. Heatran was not... Actually, the Heatran does nothing here. I'm gonna U-turn into Heatran. Yeah, that's a Specs under terrain, I think. That sounds about right. They can go Deontay or they can go Dragonite. Dragonite's a problem. I actually have to... They go Deontay, okay. If they went Dragonite, I actually had to attack it to make sure that my Ice Shard knocks it out because of multiscale, obviously. They should go for Rocks here, but like I said, this thing's useless to me, so that's okay. Allows me to get in my... It's either Cart or Bulu. I'm really hesitant about Cart just because of Magnezone being a possibility here. I'm gonna go Bulu this turn, and they don't really respond to me at all because of the fact that if they go Dragonite, I can just break the multiscale for my Ice Shard, so I'm gonna SD up here. They do go Dragonite, interestingly, so I'm gonna attack it because I need this multiscale gone for my Ice Shard. And then my most expendable Pokemon now is Torn. Yeah, no, multiple Dragonites is not going to help this guy. They go for a regular Fly, interestingly. Like I said, I was trying to sack this off, so this gives me my Glalie here. They should know I have Ice Shard, but I'm going to Ice Shard anyway. Yeah, this multi-scale being gone is amazing. If they go Hard Feeny, that's going to be really tough for me, because this Dragonite essentially claims a kill every time. Yeah, they do go Hard Feeny. Man, I should have just called it, but I was a little bit hesitant. Okay, let's see. I can go Hard Koko, or I can go Hard Bulu. Just gonna go Hard Koko on a Moonblast special attack drop. Really lame. Okay, let's go for a Volt Switch here. I think they should go Tangrowth. This is still doable, as long as they actually are giving me damage on this, interestingly. Just a double Moonblast, okay. I'm gonna go Glalie this turn on the Tangrowth. Yeah, this gives me a good position here. And at this point, I really desperately need a good position in this game, so I can go right here for a return into Feeny. Get some really nice damage off, I'm not gonna lie. Can I afford taking damage with this? I actually think it's worth it. So they would defog this turn. So I'm just gonna Earthquake now. Yeah, there's a defog. I need to keep this alive, so I'm gonna go Koko here. Take the Scald on 1%, really cool. Because this gives me a nice Volt Switch here. They obviously have to go Tangrowth, and this means the Feeny is gonna die to Earthquake plus a return. Or just return plus return. This might live though, and that's something I did not consider. Never mind. Got blown away. I'm really curious about what the Magnezone was. Deontay has to come in, right? Bulu wins this game. Actually, doesn't Dragonite win this? I mean, Koko win this game for me now? What's my best way of winning? I'm gonna go Bulu here. They get the defense raise. I mean, I guess it's kind of a good odds, but it's still super bad for me. I live that, right? Nice, so I just basically essentially get all my health back right there. Okay, they give me Deontay, really cool. And then, yeah, Dragonite would come out next. I think Glalie wins this game now. So I just sack off my Koko. Yeah, unless this actually lives Ice Shard, which I don't think it does. Oh, am I in range of that? Am I in range of Extreme Speed? I think I am. Let's calc it. Glalie against Dragonite. Yeah, I'm in range of Extreme Speed. I gotta go Cart here. And then what I gotta do is double out on the Z. Yep, and then I go back to Cart. And essentially what I'm gonna do right here is try to win with Glalie as the last. I go right here for Smart Strike. I think if my opponent goes hard Magnezone here, they guarantee win. Yeah, this Dragonite matchup's not very good, but I made a mistake with my Glalie letting that take the hit. What did I let it take a hit from? I think it was Tangrowth? No, it wasn't Tangrowth, it was Feeny. Okay, they stay in. That's a good step right here. I think I live any one hit. Oh, I'm actually faster than it. Okay, beautiful. So that means Magnezone comes in next, right? I go for Smart Strike here. I think it specs based on the damage it did earlier. I'm pretty sure also Earthquake should knock this out through the terrain. Oh, it actually lived due to terrain. That's really bad. Yeah, and HP Fire is knocking me out. So how'd I actually knock that out right there? I'm pretty sure I take the hit from Feeny and knock that out with 2 Earthquakes, but yeah, the Dragonite matchup was just not there this game, so it is what it is. I lost a lot of ELO now, so I gotta try to get this back. I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got another game right here. Magearna is a problem. It looks like it might be Vast on this team, though, because of Vascular Ninja being a prominent threat. I'm really anticipating either Landorus lead or maybe Gallade lead. Just Gallade as a lead could be really threatening. I really like my Torn lead here, but if they lead Rotom Wash, I would be essentially forced out right away. I think this team maybe needs a ground type. That would really help this out right here. Just to like stop Volt Switch spam from stuff like Rotom and Koko. So as a lead right here, I'll lead Landorus, and I mean Koko and anticipate Landorus. Hoopa and I'm so tempted to HP Ice. They shouldn't stay in here. There's no way you stay in here, but if they go Landorus, what am I doing? Like, if I'm U-turn, you'd get... I'm gonna go for HP Ice. If my opponent stays in right here, I'll be very surprised. Yeah, you definitely go Landorus T every time. So I catch this with an HP Ice turn 1, and just knock it out. Cool. So this means I can basically just click Electric-type moves the entire game. Yeah, I'm gonna start playing more offensively right here. I played the last one too passively. Like, had I Volt Switched right there, they could have been Scarf and gotten rid of my Torn. Yeah, this thing's a problem still. I'm gonna go Bulu this turn. On the Dark Pulse, okay. So is this like HP Poison? That would be very cool. So Psychic would be their play here. I'm gonna Horn Leech this turn on Magearna. Oh, Magearna, damage on Magearna is amazing. I'm gonna calc 20% just to kind of gauge the damage right here. Bulu, if I'm like Spadef against Magearna. Okay, so it actually looks like they are Assault Vest, I think, yeah. So that means I can maybe get an Heatran, or I can just Superpower for the damage here. I like Superpower for the damage. I don't really value this thing too much. And yeah, Volt Switch should be their play right there, so... I'm making some good reads right here. That damage is amazing for both Glalie and Kartana. Kartana is a really good endgame for me here. So in terms of their bring-ins, they could expect my... Well, they already know I'm Spadef, so they can just go Kartana here. Yeah, that Superpower did a lot too. They either go back to Hoopa or they go Kartana. Now, it's shown to be special Hoopa, so I don't think that's something they would do. They just go Cart here and hope to get the prediction right. Yep, Cart comes in. I really don't see the value on Heatran. Yeah, and essentially what this gives me is my rocks. And if they're not Scarf, that's even better for me. If they like Z me here or whatever. Yeah, because what Rotom Wash essentially gives me is, like, they have to defog here, right? Actually, I should be faster. I'm gonna taunt this. Yeah, no defog for this guy. And, I mean, now what I can do is either just stand and weaken it, or I can go Koko. I'm gonna weaken it into range of my Thunderbolt. I really need this damage, too. This damage is super vital for this game. Just for Specs Thunderbolt to actually be able to knock it out, that's gonna be really vital here, so... I really hope I hit this. It's also good for Kartana's Leaf Blade. So Hoopa Unbound would be checked by Cart. It's also checked by U-Turn, Torn, and... Actually, this damage is great for Glalie too. I really need to hit this attack. I do hit it, nice. So that's range of Koko's Thunderbolt. Glade comes in. Would it be careless to sack off Torn? Yeah, it would be. In terms of my expendable mons here, I think Heatran is actually my expendable mon, so I'm going to Magma Storm. As they try to Zen, catching Torn, not happening. Yeah, like I said, actually, I can switch out now if I really want. Let's go Torn here. Actually, no, because that'll give them the defog that they want. I would rather just make this play here. As they try to, like, catch my Torn coming in again, yeah. There's no way I can risk Torn. So Hoopa comes back in here. Hoopa Unbound is a little bit of an issue. I think at this point I can just sack this off. They actually go for... My opponent's not attacking me at all with the correct attack. I just got a Specs too, which is kind of good for me. I don't want them defogging, so I think I go Bulu here. On a Dark Pulse. Yeah, I can't let that thing defog. So I can SD up here. On Hard Cart. I don't know if I live a Smart Strike. Scarf Cart Smart Strike would do how much? Because if I get rid of this, my Kartana wins the game. I do take one Smart Strike, and if they're banded, then I die and I'll know. So I'm going to Superpower here. Nice, yeah. So basically, I just won the game with my Kartana. And if they were banded, that was the only way they knocked me out right there. So this thing comes back in. Really, I can just Horn Leech here. They would just, I guess, Psychic here to knock me out. Yeah, Size Shock. And then I just go Kartana now and click Leaf Blade a few times, and that's going to be it. This Grassy Terrain definitely guarantees the kill on this. This won't help them. Yeah, 39, meaning that this next one will knock them out. And then, yeah, none of these last two Pokemon can take my Leaf Blade right here, so... Kartana looks like it'll come through again right here. And that's why I made that play with the Bulu right there. And sacked it off. Yeah, this thing can't beat me. And then Rotom will go down as well right here. So that's going to be that game. We're finally able to go ahead and win another one, which is very cool. I'll be right back with another game. Okay, so we got Stall now, which I'm totally cool with, because I think the combination of my offense should be able to beat down the Stall team, which is totally okay with me. So let's go for Dazzling Gleam here. Double to Heatran on the Chansey. Is I think my play. Yep, actually they double to Gliscor. They're playing offensively, interestingly, with Stall. I can get in Torn here on the Toxic. They actually Toxic in the face of that. Pretty obvious Toxic, I'm not gonna lie. That was bad by me. I'll U-turn out here on the Pex, get in my Heatran again, and I think I just Magma Storm. Oh yeah, and this thing's gone. So let's taunt it here. I guess they expected rocks or something, I don't know. In fact, I can get up my rocks here if I really want to. I think I Earth Power, just to guarantee that it's dead, and then I get up rocks this turn. Nice, so I get up rocks and Toxapex is gone now, so that's really beautiful. Good start, but my Heatran, which is one of my better breakers here, is now out of the game. Not the best part of this. I can just spam these here because of my leftovers. Although I'll get in Torn this turn. Yeah, because they tried to Earthquake that time. I'll just go for my Flying EMZ this time. In case they decide to stand and try to defog. It actually lived it though, which is really bad. In fact, I have to try to hit this Hurricane because I can't let that thing roost. I'll go for U-turn this turn because they shouldn't give me a knockoff on this. I guess I can just knock. Yeah, because if they want to give me that Eviolite, that's amazing. I think here I can go for U-turn and preserve this into my... I like the Heatran play. I also like the Bulu play, but letting Bulu get Toxic could be lame. I'm gonna go Bulu here. Yeah, because Heatran is my rocker, so I can't really risk that. And, I mean, they would go for Toxic this time. I'll go Heatran now. Do I either stay in here and go for Toxic or to go Skarmory? And either play is okay with me here. Yeah, I like the Heatran double play here. If they Seismic Toss, they might just win on the spot, but... maybe I'm wrong. I think Return Spam here looks amazing. Yeah, they decided to go Skarm. Easily predicted right there, so... This gives me either Magma Storm or Stealth Rocks. I'll attempt Rocks here. I can also just Magma Storm. Yeah, they just go ahead and get out of there. I'm assuming that means they're not coming back. Yeah, I don't know why they gave me their Toxapex so early. That was a really offensive read. I decided to make that Magma Storm play because they obviously messed up their Gliscor early, but I'm assuming they're not coming back. If they do, I'll continue the game, or else I'll be right back with another one. Okay, so a couple things. That last Stall player did not come back, obviously. The server crashed in the middle of my last game, and I ended up losing 30 points. My opponent lost points too. I did ask them, so... I guess the server crash makes it so that we both forfeit the game, and yeah, losing 30 points was really dumb, so I gotta try to break through this team right here to get whatever points I can back. I mean, like, Kartana looks cool and all. I'll lead off here with my Koko. and just go for Dazzle right away. If they stay in, they should just protect, but on the off chance they don't want to, I just Dazzle and knock it out. They could also go hard Chansey, but then they wouldn't be Mega Evolving, meaning I can get up rocks later, so yeah, they're gonna protect. Okay then. I'm really surprised they did not protect. I'm also surprised they did not Oko, but I mean, hey, that's fine. Chansey comes in, okay. Yeah, I'm really surprised they did not Oko. We'll get in my Tran here, and yeah, my opponent messed up already. Hippo comes in, okay. This thing's too important. I'm gonna switch out here into Torn. Yeah, as obvious as that was. Because this gives me either a knockoff or a Z Hurricane. I like the Z Hurricane play a lot because it'll actually crit it and knock it out. Really cool right there. Zapdos would be the next bring in. Is this the Z set? Oh no, it's this. So now I'm gonna try to break through, and my opponent's actually staying in here, interestingly. Yeah, they just forfeit, like, they can't break their Heatran. I don't know what the turn 1 play was at all. That thing died on entry now, and we're able to go ahead and win that stall game, so we get some of our points back, not all of them, but we can try again right here. I still want Mega Glalie to do things, so I might make this a longer session. I'll be right back with another one. Alright, got the next game right here. We toppled 2 stall teams in a row, which is very cool. I'm tired of Mega Glalie doing nothing, so I'm going to lead off with it right here and actually try to get it to do something, which would be very cool. Yeah, it's done, like, very minimal this game, this live as a whole. Like, I'm pretty sure the only match where it actually came out was the match that I lost against the Dragonite. It knocked out that Tangrowth, and that was it. So I wanted to do something more here, and I'm going to try to anti-lead this Landorus with it, yeah. Because they would obviously be that, right? And this basically forces them to stay in, because nothing comes in on a return. Gyarados would probably be their next play here. Magearna is an interesting one, because I have Heatran for this. Trick Room's, I mean, I have to hit a Mag. Actually, I can just Earth Power. Shaco Berry, okay, which means my next, I'm going to attempt to hit. Nice, and this means I can get up rocks this turn. Nice, and they die there, so that's really helpful. Gyarados is still a thing. Because I'm actually slower here due to Trick Room, I'm going to taunt it. Yeah. And I can just sack this off now. They can't really switch out because they'll take rocks coming in. Oh, please hit. We don't hit out here. Okay, well, I'm spamming Earth Power now. Yeah, never mind this. Knock me out, please. No. Yeah, there you go. And this turn, I just go Koko. And I actually think I just Volt out here is my play. I guess Scarf Lele could be a threat. What else do I have to be careful about? I guess maybe Gunk Shot. I mean Ice Beam. Let's get in here. I'll just Z here. So they are Scarf, good to know. Meaning I can just bring in Bulu. And I think I just Horn Leech here. Pretty safe. Wow, that does nothing. I'm going to SD up this turn. Yeah, and then what I can do here is actually protect this next turn to maximize my recovery, and then I can Horn Leech now. And I'm healthy here, so I don't think they can knock me out with anything. Greninja comes in. I just Horn Leech this. Yes, that's not going to help them. And then Gyarados. It's at 50%. It's not going to be able to beat my Bulu here. They Mega tried to Crunch, I guess going off of some sort of choke grid there. We beat that team too. Glalie did do something right there, which is very cool. We still got time for more, so I'll be right back with another game. Alright, I got another game right here. Koko is like really bad here because they have Diggersby, Tangrowth, and Gastrodon. So I'm just going to lead off with it on Deontay. And maybe hope they choke right away and stay in on Specs Thunderbolt. Like, they have 3 great switch-ins. They should go out into one of them, but I don't know. We've had somebody, yeah, there's one of the switch-ins. I think Toxic is a very likely play here, but there's not much I can really do about it. I'm just going to go Torn. And attempt to get knockoffs and Z Hurricanes and whatnot going. Yeah, there's a Toxic. Like, Heatran's not going to help me at all, so I think here, just going for maybe a U-turn. It's okay. into a Magearna. Allows me to get in my Heatran, and I can get up rocks before Deontay Mega Evolved, which is very cool. Gastrodon comes back in. I'll just go Torn here. On a Scald, okay. So I can try to knock off. No, actually, I think U-Turn's my better play. Into Bulu. Now, Bulu can win on its own. I shouldn't go Bulu. I'm just gonna go Glalie here on the Toxic. Yeah, Glalie being Toxic rather than Burnt is fine. And basically what this allows me to do is just click Return. That's not gonna appreciate. Wow, that's a Fizz-Def Magearna? That has to be a Fizz-Def Magearna. I'm gonna weaken it too for Bulu. Bulu looks like it just solos this team. Nah, actually that's not the play. I think Heatran is maybe a better play here. Into Torn, okay. So I can just Magma Storm. I do hit, nice. And this next turn I literally go for rocks because if they stay in, they die to Magma Storm, so yeah. Gastrodon comes back in. I'll get in here and click, what, like Z Hurricane? I'm just gonna knock off finally. I don't think they're, if they stay in again, that would suck, but I've U-turned every time. I think they might anticipate it again here, and I really want this thing's lefties gone. It's so annoying. I'm going for the Kartana win, but I need that Tangrowth to come in. Now, if you don't come back right here, I'll be very happy about it, because this is one of my tougher teams to break through. They may just be calcing. Yeah, they do come back. But yeah, Smart Strike looks like just a super win con. Oh, they crit? Of course. Let's get in Glalie here and kind of claim a kill. Actually, an Earthquake this time into Magearna. Actually, okay, I made a good play right there. Nice. How much did my other return do? 24. I'm going to assume that roll is a thing. Nice. So yeah, Smart Strike can win. I do need damage on this, though. I'll go Bulu on this. Actually, I just go Koko, right? I did say it does nothing, so yeah, that's cool. And then I'm just gonna Dazzle here. It kind of hits everything, and I don't want Gastrodon coming in. Oh, they actually messed up by going for rocks. Oh, never mind, I didn't. That took too little. Yeah, so I can get in here. I think I just click Return. It'll hurt Gastrodon a ton. They sack off the Deontay, nice. Actually, what comes in here? Diggs? Yeah, Diggs would be good to bring in now. And I mean, I just stand and attack it because I do have Ice Shard. Nice, so we knock that out, and I still have another turn here, which is really cool. Diggs, okay, let's Ice Shard this too. On the quick attack, yeah, I couldn't let that happen. This next turn, I think just Cart and maybe knock off is not bad. They give me the helmet, which is actually really cool for Bulu. Here I can sack my Koko just to get in Heatran, and then what I'll do here is double to Bulu on the Gastrodon. Then just Hornleech here into Tang. Go Heatran now. On knockoff. Oh, is that their best thing to hit my Bulu with? If that's the case, I just won. Okay, so I just taunt here to prevent it from recovering. They go for Earthquake, nice. This next turn I get in here, I SD up. Into Tang. If that's their best thing to hit me with, which they showed knockoff, I just SD up to +6. Yep. And now I literally just start Hornleeching all my health back. Actually, I see the play, because if I knock this out, then I lose. Then I win with my other thing. So yeah, that was their pivot there. This will die to +6. I guess not. Okay, but I mean Kartana does beat the Diggs, so that's cool. Yeah, I knock that out. Diggs comes in. I can't let it agility, so yeah, he just tries to quick attack. Surprisingly, does not kill considering my defense drops, and we pick up the win right there. So we managed to get a lot of ELO back this session right here, which is definitely very cool. I ended up starting off at like 1770. I ended up losing the game, and then I ended up getting the loss to the server restart, so I lost 2 games there. But then we managed to get a lot of it back right here. I believe on the actual video, I'm pretty sure I only lost one game to the Dragonite team, so that was very cool. This team will be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out. And I'll see you next time. Later.